Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, yes, camping again. Yes, another absolutely gorgeous day. I mean, we had a lot of rain last night, and the temperatures here have plummeted quite a bit. I mean, instead of around 40 degrees Celsius, we're sitting at around, I don't know, like 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, which is really nice. And I don't necessarily know if we're going to see a fluff on today's walk because of the rain and weather, but we'll see, we'll try. So come along with me on my morning walk and let's talk some news. So first up on the docket here, we're talking about Paprium, and this is just a quick friendly heads up. So we've talked about Paprium quite a bit on this channel. It was it's a homebrew game that is largely considered vaporware. However, recently it has been dumped and it's been talked about quite a bit. Anyways, Crix seems to have Paprium up and running on Amiga Everdrive. I'm curious to see what happens moving forward with Paprium and the Everdrive, but the first run looks incredibly promising. And speaking about promising, next up we're talking about Game Boy Advance emulation with VisualBoyAdvance M. And VisualBoyAdvance M just got a brand new update to version 2.2.1. So in this update there's a bunch of fixes and they've introduced some brand new functionality and compatibility. So they've implemented initial tar support, they've added LZIP support, they've added XZ support, and BZ2 file support. VisualBoyAdvance M is 100% free, it's open source, and if you're interested and wanted to learn more about it, like everything we talk about, links are in the description below right at the bottom. I don't hide my sources. Next up, we're talking about Stellar Blade. Now this has been a very interesting thing to follow, and I think a resolution may be on the horizon here. So for those who may not be aware, the official Stellar Blade Twitter account was hacked. So on July 14th, the director of Stellar Blade took to Twitter and said, "We have confirmed that the official Stellar Blade X, formerly Twitter account, has been compromised, resulting in unauthorized cryptocurrency advertisements being posted. Our team is working closely with X to restore the account as quickly as possible. Until we issue a formal notice of recovery, please disregard all content published from the account. Repeated reports could trigger an automated suspension, so we kindly ask for your patience and caution in this regard. We apologize for any concern this may cause and will resolve the situation without delay." Now that was on July 14th, and as of July 20th, this is the first time I've seen anything happen with that account. And it seems those compromised tweets have been taken down. So it took Twitter like 6 days working with Stellar Blade to get this resolved, which I think is absolutely crazy. And at the time of filming, the Stellar Blade account is still not up and functional. It just seems the compromised stuff was taken down and that's been it so far. So I'm assuming things are being restored in the background, and there's hope for the future of the Stellar Blade Twitter account. And speaking about the future, and speaking about weather here, I wasn't talking about weather, but now I am. The sun is coming out. You can enjoy it right in your eyes there and have some fun. Anyways, here we're talking about Netflix. So Netflix apparently is going to be ramping up the investment in gaming, which is very interesting because I thought they were doing kind of the opposite. So a while back, it was reported that Netflix canceled a AAA game that was in development. And recently we talked about Netflix delisting like 20 games from their service, including stuff like Hades and Katana Zero, as well as stuff like Monument Valley 1, 2, and 3, and even more. But this announcement to me is a little bit surprising. Maybe it's not to you. Let me know in the comments below if you were surprised about that or not. So here's the quote from Netflix up on GameSpot. "We've seen good progress, as you know, with licensed games like GTA. We've seen good progress with the games we've developed, like Squid Game Unleashed. So you'll see more from us in both of those categories, as well as a whole new set of interactive experiences that we think that we're either in a unique or differential position to deliver. So we're super excited to roll those out over the next year." From a gaming perspective, in my opinion, I think it's better to have more options, and I'd be happy to see Netflix do more stuff in this space. It's just kind of weird because it seems very inconsistent overall, at least inconsistent messaging from an action point of view and what they're currently doing. Maybe I'm wrong with that, maybe that's a hot take. Let me know in the comments below. And speaking about stuff in the works, next up we're talking about a game that may get some people excited. Don't have a title for it yet, don't have a specific release date or price or gameplay footage or really anything like that to show you just yet. However, the title of this one is over on Automaton. And it says, Devil May Cry and Dragon's Dogma producer to announce a new action RPG by the end of the year. Now, news of the existence of this upcoming 3D action RPG is not new. It's been teased over the last year and a bit. But anyways here, this quote is new. While I can't reveal any details yet, everything is going as planned. In our New Year's greeting card for 2025, I said I wanted to announce it by the end of the year. And as a man of my word, I want to keep that promise. We've already entered the second half of the year, but rest assured that our studio is already preparing to make the announcement. As for how far development has progressed, we're about to enter the voice recording phase. So hopefully things continue to go well, and hopefully this isn't yet another game that ends up getting shelved. We'll have to wait and see moving forward, but let me know your thoughts. And speaking about shelved, or shelf, and games that are currently on shelf, that was a brutal transition. Next up here, we're talking about Ready or Not. Now, Ready or Not has been out for a while. I mean, on PC, it's got a mostly positive all-time review score with a mostly negative recent review score. But anyways, this game seems to be selling like hotcakes. So it's being reported here that Ready or Not sells 1 million units on console in under 4 days. That is extremely impressive, and in my opinion, kind of surprising because it's not a new game per se. Either way here, if you're a fan of Ready or Not, I would say this is very promising news for the future of this game and also for the player base. And for some food for thought here, they say that the 1 million sales milestone was 10 times faster on console than it was on PC when it launched in December 2023. That is impressive. And speaking about impressive, next up we're talking about OutRun. And today we're not talking about the OutRun port on the Game Boy Color. We're talking about OutRun ported to the Amiga. And there's a brand new YouTube video that I'd recommend checking out. And again, like everything we talk about, links are in the description below. It's titled OutRun Amiga Edition Release Trailer. So yes, the unofficial OutRun port for the Amiga has been released, and I think this one looks pretty good. It's a pretty impressive port overall. And I'd recommend checking out the description of that video because there may be some very interesting links in it. And speaking about unofficial stuff, next up here, actually rather last up, it's starting to rain, and although there is a bit of sun out, there's also a lot of cloud cover, and I don't want to soak the camera and ruin it. So last up here, we're talking about Intel. And this is being reported, I don't know if it's confirmed yet or not, but Intel apparently is set to lay off 5,500 employees across the US, with major cuts in Oregon, California, and Arizona amid mounting competitive financial pressures. As much as I hate to say this, I'm not overly surprised. I mean, Intel's overall perception, I would argue, is not good in the chip space. I would say it seems as if they're falling behind competition, and their overall reputation probably isn't as good as it once was. And another reason here why I'm not overly surprised about this one is it just seems to be par for the course. I mean, a lot of bigger companies seem to be restructuring just in general, trying to be leaner and meaner, and probably trying to do more with less. More work with less employees. I don't know if this is around AI. I don't know if this is just trying to streamline things, but at the end of the day here, this is a big blow to Intel. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. Unless you count that dog back there. I don't know if you can see it. Someone just passed me with a dog. It's starting to rain, and I wanted to talk about more today, but I really got to get back to the campsite before I get drenched, and I hope I don't ruin the camera in the process. So we talked about a bunch today. Feel free to discuss anything we talked about in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate. Save your state.